Slow her down. Oh.
Okay, we're live.
All right, welcome everyone to City Council meeting for January the 11th. If we could have a roll call, please, ma'am, to establish quorum.
Melissa Green,
Here.
Bill Ott,
Here.
Autumn Slane,
Here.
Terry McClung,
I'm here.
Laura Jo Smoley,
Here.
Harry Meyer.
It's present.
We have 6.
All right, if we'd stand and pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, if I could have a motion to approve the agenda, please.
I so move.
Second.
Second.
Any additions, corrections? All right, hearing none, we'll let it stand as submitted. Get a motion to approve the minutes for December 14th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for December 14th, 2020.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second. Any additions, corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor of the minutes as submitted, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we've got 2 positions coming up at the city council. Every year, as part of our housekeeping, we have city council nominates and elects 2 members of our body to serve on the CAPC. You can nominate yourself. You cannot vote for yourself. So I know we've got several people interested in serving, which I'm real glad to hear. A lot of times we just have a few. So I guess what I'd like to do is kind of, if people who are interested in serving, if you would raise your hand, and that way we'd know who would be. All right, well, it looks like we got 5 out of 6. So.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Melissa Green.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor, Melissa Green, Mr. McClung?
I don't think that's a very fair way to do that. If you've got 5 people that are wanting the position, and are you going to just vote on the first 2, and if they get it, that...
What I think would be the best thing we could do, and I know we got somebody nominated, I think all 5 are actually can nominate yourself. And what we need to do is probably have a vote, and we can just take I think Madam Clerk can pass out ballots. Now, you have to sign the vote. You have to sign it. So it can be, if need to be, it'll be in public. And then you just put your name down. This is going to be for position 5.
Okay, so
And
we're going
that
to do
way-
this twice then.
Beg your pardon?
So we'll do this twice then, once for each position.
And if we have, it'll take 4 votes,
Okay, so,
but you cannot vote for yourself. And please initial or sign your name on your ballot.
Please
Okay.
sign.
but how, we only get one chance to vote?
Well, not, it just depends. If we get 4 positive votes,
This is round 1 of position 5.
Okay, okay.
Mr. Mayor, any possibility of us talking about our credentials for possibly serving on the CAPC?
Well, yeah, Bill, I think most of us probably know.
Okay,
I mean, no offense, but I think all of us pretty well know each other, small town.
all right.
So,
You want us to
pass
burn these
that-
before
pa-
we
yeah,
hand them in?
pass those on down, Harry.
We pass it to the clerk.
Yeah, pass them to
Thank
the
you.
clerk. And
Melissa,
Little sleight of hand.
there they go.
Thank you. You gonna help tally?
Certainly.
All right, so we have a vote for Melissa Green, a vote for Harry Meyer, a vote for Bill Ott, a vote for Melissa Green, a vote for Terry McClung, a vote for Harry Meyer. It's going to keep getting stuck, I think, until
Well, I think what we need to do is take the top two,
Harry and Melissa.
Harry and Melissa, and that way we can, then we'll get item number 6.
So are we going to do round 2 on position 5 then?
Yes, round 2 on position 5.
Maybe you can get those unstuck.
Okay.
I appreciate you being my Wells Fargo.
Get that out of my way so I don't step on it.
Again, please be sure to sign them.
What are our choices?
Harry and Melissa.
Those were the top 2.
I need to stop using first names. Thank you. Okay, Melissa Green, Melissa Green, Melissa Green, Harry Meyer. This is an odd duck. Someone voted for not the first 2. Whose signature looks like weed?
That's mine. Who were the 2 candidates?
Melissa and Harry.
Melissa, Harry.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought you said Terry.
Oh, Melissa and,
wait.
I'm sorry, Melissa and Harry. Did everybody understand that? It was Melissa Green and Harry Meyer? Okay.
This will be a mystery of who I voted for.
Shuffle them up a little.
Secret ballot.
Okay, so let's do this again.
I promise to accept the vote, though. I'm not going to.
Melissa Green, Melissa Green, Melissa Green, Harry Meyer, Harry Meyer, Harry Meyer, 3-3.
Oh, my.
All right, well, in case of a tie, the mayor votes, and so I'll go with Melissa Green.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Congratulations.
thank you. Okay. Now we do another one?
Yes.
Position 6.
Except in this case, Melissa's not on the ballot.
Really?
Isn't that a relief?
Yeah.
And once again, we have Bill Ott, Terry McClung, Harry
Ott.
Meyer,
Autumn and Harry.
Autumn
Okay.
as candidates. And Brian, missed somebody? I think that's it.
Harry Meyer, Terry McClung, Bill Ott, Autumn Slane, Harry Meyer. So we have 3 for Harry, 1 for Terry McClung, 1 for Bill, 1 for Autumn Slane.
I want to do one more vote and see if somebody will.
So by virtue of the fact that Harry has 3,
Yep.
What are our choices?
Same choices, Harry, Bill, Terry, Autumn.
Okay.
here you Harry Meyer, Bill Ott, Autumn Slane, Harry Meyer, Terry McClung, Harry Meyer. Looks like it's the same.
All right, well, in that case, I'll go ahead and cast a vote for Harry Meyer, make it 4.
Congratulations, Harry.
Congratulations, both Harry and Melissa, to the CAPC. I appreciate y'all being willing to serve.
Thank you.
All right, we do have a position vacant on the Hospital Commission and also on the Parks Commission. So if anybody out there in TV land is interested in serving on either one of those, please contact City Hall and get you an application, and the applications are online, and we can go from there. Public comments. I think that is a 0. Looks like the candidates or the participants in the audience. So, all right, that brings us up to new business. Every year, at this time of the year, we go through kind of our business to how we're going to set procedures. The number 1 is rules of procedures. If I can get a motion to discuss.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
We historically have used Robert's Rules of Order for rules of procedure. The Municipal League also has a handbook out that's a simplified Robert Rules of Order. And then there's also an amended Robert Rules of Order, but they all kind of follow the same format. The Municipal League's a little bit different, but again, it's up to the commission or up to the council on how you want to proceed.
Butch, what is a simplified? What exactly does that mean?
It's only about 10 pages as opposed to, we can pass those out if you want.
I have only
Is that the only
one,
one?
and this is from the workshop that was held last year, and it's actually from the University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
When the lady came and, I'll pass it down, but I'd like to have it back, please, and if you want copies, I'll make sure.
It's just not as technical, and it kind of keeps things a little bit brief on there. We don't run into it too often, but we still have it occasionally. Mr. Meyer, did you have a comment?
I'm good.
Yes, I'd like to adopt that one. I'd like to make a motion to adopt the simplified one from the municipal.
Municipal League?
You guys will learn about
I-
The U of A.
it a little wrong.
Oh, from the U of A. I'll second that.
All right. We have any further discussion from anyone?
By going with a simpler version, does that mean that there's less rules? I just worry.
It's not
that-
necessarily less rules, it's rules of procedures on how the motions are addressed and proceeded, how the agenda's set. In some of these items, I shouldn't say how the agenda's set, because that's also parts of the council. It's who gets,
less formal.
It's less
The
formal.
summary?
It's
Okay.
not less rules per se.
Okay.
It's just less formal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Will each of us be supplied with a copy of that?
Yes, we do have copies of those. We'll get you all copies. Any further discussion? All those in favor of using municipal league's rules and procedures, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right. The second item is our dates for meetings. I think in your packet, you do have a proposed 2021 schedule. And again, we usually meet the second and the fourth Mondays at 6 o'clock. On the second Monday of the month, we have a budget review at 5:15, where we go over the budget for what we have. And then with the exception of December, we usually only have one meeting in December. There has been times when we only have one meeting in November also, but the last year or two, I think we went ahead and, because of Thanksgiving, we went ahead and had two meetings. So that's kind of up to the council. We can always change that as we get to it.
Just to be,
Mr. McClung?
I make a motion that we continue to have the meetings on the second and fourth Mondays of the month, same time at 6 p.m., with the same format as far as the budget goes before that precedes the meeting.
Yeah,
I can't remember if it's the first or the
right.
second, but
It's
Yeah.
at 5:15 on the second.
yes.
on the second,
Or the fourth.
And subject
The
to
second meeting.
any
Yeah,
changes that's necessary for holidays and such.
I'll second that.
Okay. Further discussion? All right. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so moved. All right, our next item, it comes up with a motion for Mayor Pro Tem for 2021. Ms. Green?
If he will take it, I'd like to make a motion to nominate Terry McClung.
I'll second that.
Are there any other nominations? All right, hearing none, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, congratulations, Mr. McClung.
Well, thanks.
I'll turn it over to you. Oh,
Just point of personal inquiry, does that make him one heartbeat away from the mayor's?
It's sort of, stone throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets stoned at,
Yeah.
stone's throw that way. All right, that brings us up to a discussion of the 2021 budget. I think y'all may have a copy of that in your packet.
Yeah.
A resolution in there, and I think most of y'all probably have received one over the last month. For the newcomers and the new council members, this is what we've been talking about. The budget is strictly a budget. It's something to go by. Kind of sets our goals and our standards for the coming year. We will be looking at it again mid-year. We have a mid-year budget review. And of course, if anything comes up, heaven forbid, like we did last year in March, we can always look at the budget and make changes also at that point in time if we have another catastrophic event that comes through here. Knock on wood, we've had our 100-year catastrophic event
Right.
thing.
Question.
Yes,
Who
sir.
who brings that to our attention?
Well, I will bring that to your attention as soon as I know something
Okay.
that I see that's catastrophic. You know,
I think you can drive down the street and find out.
Well, it's just a matter of someone's got to watch the numbers, so,
Well, we'll be meeting monthly, so we'll all see the budget. Now, also, when you get your budget, we'll get our sales tax report, but you have to remember, our sales tax are 2 months behind. So the sales tax report that we get, that you'll be getting in January, end of this month, will actually be for November. So it's 2 months behind. The CAPC is only a month behind, but takes 2 months for us to get the information back from the state And that's the reason we have the budget meeting on the second meeting of the month, because we usually don't get that information until the mid-month, the 15th, 16th of the month, whatever. So, but this budget is pretty much, we have had a reduction. We have our finance director. I don't know if our new council members know Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark, would you like to come up to the stand and might want to kind of explain a little bit where we are for the new council members?
Well, the budget that has been presented, of course, it's, I've put it so you can see where we were, and it's the final column over there, and we're dealing on this budget with approximately a 5% reduction in revenue, and the expenses that for each department are pretty conservative, and of course, we're mandated to have a balanced budget, and we have throughout the entire budget in each department, we have excess of revenues over expenditures, and I hope that we can, with everything, the economy and everything, I hope we can stay with the revenues that we have projected, but it's anyone's guess at this point. And so I know that there's going to be a necessity for some changes to the budget, because we got in today a check from, I guess it's a class action suit on some of the chemicals that we purchased for the sewer plant, and but it was, I can't remember the exact amount, but it was $60-something thousand. So we will have to make arrangements for approving that revenue, and we're in desperate need of some equipment for water, sewer, and so at any rate, and we may be getting some additional revenue from that source, depending on how the class action lawsuits are. And I did not know until last week that those lawsuits were even pending. So at any rate, there's things like that that will be coming along that we will need to make some adjustments on. And so at any rate, I'd entertain any questions that you have on how we came up with a budget, where we are, and so forth. Mr. Meyer?
Lonnie, how many employees at the cemetery?
One.
One? I see you got a raise this year.
I'm sorry?
He got a raise this year?
33.
33, I mean, it's just $55 raise, but 33,000 for a, well, it's $3,000 raise.
Well, I don't recall exactly what he makes, but there were no actual raises, Harry, in budget for any city employees, at least for, I don't know about any of the, I say any city employees that are employed by any of the departments that we're responsible for. They're not members of the commission or something. Because I just felt under the circumstances that, and I discussed it obviously with the mayor, but I think it would be really short-sighted on our part at this point, since we're in such a state of, we don't know really what's going to happen, how things are going to go, to propose, I'd like for everybody to get a raise, but.
Well, last year it was $30,000, and this year it's $33,000, so.
Well, I think part of that was last year was a part-time person that started off, and so then it became full-time, and so that cemetery person did not, and then there was change in personnel, and so there really wasn't a pay increase per se for that person.
Ms. Green?
Lonnie, did we, with the sales tax and the property tax, did we catch up from, the debacle in March?
We, on the sales tax, and you'll be getting that report
Okay,
in January, but on the sales tax, we're just almost even with the previous year.
great.
In December, it was when we got it, and I put it on the chart. It made we're just down less than 1%.
Wow. Well, that's fantastic.
And on the property tax, quite frankly, I'd have to take a look, because I don't think we caught up completely, but we may still get some stragglers and some money in.
Okay. Good, good. Well, that's a promising start.
I was really surprised at the sales tax, I'll be quite honest with you. And so it was really exciting to see it come in at that point. Yes, sir.
Can we get a breakdown from Dwayne on the $500,000 for streets?
I'm sure you can. I'm sure he has a plan
Yeah.
there.
That's a big chunk. I'd like to see where it all goes.
But I don't have it.
Yeah, I
The
figured.
detailed plan of what he has scheduled, but I'm sure he has a schedule of what he plans to do. If you ask the mayor for him to bring that forward or send you a copy or whatever.
Okay. Thanks.
Does anybody have any other questions? Mr.
Yes, sir.
McClung?
Yes, sir.
Are we, this is not for Lonnie, this is for you. Are you wanting to read this resolution tonight?
We can, unless there's no questions or comments,
Have the new council persons been able to look this over before tonight?
Probably not the resolution, but they've had the
Well,
budget.
I mean the budget, where
Yeah.
they've
Yes.
seen it.
Everybody's seen the
Chance to
budget.
Look at it. Okay, then I make a motion that we assign the budget resolution a number and read it for passage.
Second.
We got a motion to assign the resolution and read it for passage. We got any further comments? Okay.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Ott?
Aye.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes.
Ms. Lane?
Yes.
Ms. Molay,
Yes,
Mr. McClung?
Yes,
6-0. The resolution number will be 790. A resolution providing for and adopting the budget for the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas for the 12-month period beginning January 1, 2021 and ending December 31, 2021, appropriating money for each and every item of expenditure therein provided for. Whereas the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas has made a comprehensive study and review of the proposed budget, and whereas, in the opinion of the City Council, the proposed 2021 budget presents as accurately as possible the city's anticipated revenues and expenditures for the 2021 calendar year. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Section 1. This resolution shall be known as the budget resolution for the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas for the 12-month period beginning January 1, 2021 and ending December 31, 2021. And the attached 2021 budget document reflects estimated revenues and expenditures in detail for the period. All revenues and appropriations are based on estimated revenues, and all estimates are subject to change during the budgetary period. Section 2. The amounts for revenues and expenditures proposed in the 2021 municipal budget are hereby authorized and appropriated for the purposes set forth the calendar year ending December 31, 2021. For the general fund, estimated revenues are $3,719,791 and appropriations of $3,711,674. Estimated revenues for the street fund, $999,200 and appropriations $955,234. For lot fee, the estimated revenues are $329,400 and appropriations $251,639. Capital fund estimated revenues $96,800 and appropriations for same $92,016. Debt service estimated revenues $980,000 and appropriations $979,235. For court automation, estimated revenues are $9,800 and appropriations $9,800. For the Fireman's Pension Fund, estimated revenues $109,600 and appropriations $106,840. In the Water and Sewer Fund, estimated revenues are $1,903,945 and appropriations $1,812,467. Transit Fund, estimated revenues $1,540,574 and appropriations $1,337,212. So the total estimated revenues are $9,689,110, and the estimated appropriations are $9,256,117.
Thank you. All right, that brings us up to our final item, is the resolution for setting a public hearing to vacate an alley.
Mr. Mayor, before you move on to that, could I have just another?
Oh, yes, sir.
Just
I'm sorry.
1 or 2 minutes? In addressing a little bit of what you said earlier, whenever we had the pandemic that hit us so hard in March and April, one of the things that I stated in department head meetings that it was my objective that everyone working for the city of Eureka Springs would continue to get a paycheck for the entire year. And we accomplished that. Although it was very difficult in many cases, we did not have any layoffs. So let us resolve, all of us, during this coming year, that instead of being 5% down on revenues, we're at least 5% up on revenues, so we can address and give some of our very good employees a raise that they deserve and meet some of the needs that we have for equipment in different departments that we couldn't justify at this point. Thank you.
Thank you,
Lonnie.
Anybody have any other questions for Mr. Clark before we leave? All right. Okay, if I can get a motion to discuss the resolution to set a public hearing?
Motion to discuss.
A second. All right. We've got a resolution before us to have a public hearing for vacating an alley in the Freeman addition. This has gone through Parks and Planning, I believe, also, and they've sent their blessing, so now it's up to the City Council to have a public hearing, and that's what this resolution is for. Mr. McClung?
What's the time frame we need so it can be published?
It's written into the resolution.
I think it's 2 weeks, so
It's
We don't have the resolution in front of us.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, it's
Oh,
in,
for this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the,
it's in the,
Oh, it's in, oh,
it's all clipped together.
okay. All right, well, in that case, and I make a motion that we set the public hearing as proposed in the resolution attached to the application.
I'll second that.
Do you want to
And-
read the resolution and assign it a number?
And
We
that
can
is,
do that tonight, can't we? Or is
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
is that what we need
sure,
to do?
yeah, we can.
Yeah, sure,
And,
let's do it, have at it.
Mr. McClung, before we leave, set the hearing for public, for everyone to be aware
For
of,
public hearing, yes.
is for February the 8th,
Okay,
so roughly a month away. But that'll give time for that. So if we can get a motion to assign this a number and read for passage.
that's what we need to do, yes. That's the motion.
Okay, Mr. McClung made a motion. Do I
And
have
I
a second?
second it.
Was that Ms. Green?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Green seconded that motion. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor? Oops,
aye.
never mind, we got a roll call. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. McClung?
Yes,
Mr. Meyer?
Yes,
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Ms. Lane?
Yes.
Mr. Ott?
Aye.
Ms. Smoley?
Yes.
The resolution number is 791, a resolution to set a public hearing date for consideration of vacating a section of alley in the Freeman Addition. Whereas the property owner of Lot 4 and Block 3 of the Freeman Addition has submitted a petition to the City of Eureka Springs to vacate an unopened alley running north and south, and whereas the signed petition was submitted to the council in regular session on January 11th, 2021, it's in your packets, along with a copy of the plat showing the streets, alleys, and adjoining lots, and whereas Arkansas Code ACA 14301-302C provides that the city council shall, by resolution, fix a day for a hearing of the petition filed to vacate a street or alley, and whereas the law further directs the city clerk to give notice of the meeting by publication once per week for 2 consecutive weeks in some newspaper published in Carroll County, Arkansas, having general circulation in the city. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, that the petition to vacate the above described alley is set for hearing on February 8th, 2021 at 6 p.m. in the auditorium of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and the city clerk shall give notice of this meeting by publication as set forth by Arkansas Code ACA 14301-302C.
Thanks, Madam Clerk. All right, that concludes our minutes, or our meeting on the agenda for tonight. We'll proceed on to city council comments and start with Mr. McClung.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Mayor, are we going to do agenda setting?
I'm sorry, I did skip that. You're absolutely correct.
you're in a hurry to see the ball game, aren't you?
Is there a ball game on tonight? Yeah. Yes, do we have, anybody have something for the agenda? Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to add an item to the agenda to discuss installing electric charging stations in one of the city parking lots.
I'll second that.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? All right.
Free charging for city council members?
Okay, if there's no further items, Mr. McClung, any comments?
yeah, I'd like to welcome the new members of council. Hopefully, it'll be a good year for all of us, and we can do the things that we need to do sitting at this table and do the job for the city that we need to do. And good luck to the two that are taking over the CAPC commission seats. Wear them well.
Mr. Meyer?
Well, it's another year, another season. Let's see if we can keep this ball rolling over the COVID problem that we have over our heads. Everybody stay safe, please.
Ms. Lane?
I'm just thankful to be here. Thank you.
Ms. Green?
I too want to welcome the new members and our former members, and I agree, let's really work and get some work done. And I'm going to say it again, I'm really proud of our city, how we've risen to the occasion, and I really do see light in the tunnel.
I'm very glad to be here, and I thank all my voting constituents, but I equally represent everybody else in the city as well. Thank you for welcoming me to your group, and I have no further comments.
Mr. Ott.
I would like to thank the electorate of Eureka Springs for allowing me this opportunity to serve once again on the Eureka Springs City Council. During the campaign, people were asking me, well, what do you stand for? What are you running for? And the only thing I ever told them, and this is going to be my agenda, so to speak, is to try to develop for our city at least a 5-year vision and action plan. Because I would love for our community and this council to be proactive on things that we feel need to be done for our city looking 5 years down the road, instead of just reacting to crises or problems that might arise. So that will be my energy on this council, is to get with the mayor and other members of the council with letting the press know when we meet, and department heads and such, and also members of the community, to find out where do they see us in 5 years, where do we want to be in 5 years, and then start taking action as far as developing a plan that can be followed and put into effect, so we can plan our future rather than just accepting it. And so that's my goal, and I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, I want to welcome the new city council members to our being on city council, and also welcome back the old city council members also. So, you know, this is the start of a new year, and I want to make a note here that in 2020, Governor Hutchinson issued a gubernatorial proclamation observing a National Day of Racial Hearing. And the city of Eureka Springs, along with many other Arkansas municipalities, are joining in this important observation and awareness. And at this point, I'd like to read Mayor's proclamation for a National Day of Racial Healing in 2021. It says, whereas, just like those who came before us, it is our duty to protect the children of Eureka Springs and maintain our community in which they may all be given the opportunity to succeed. And whereas we must all work earnestly to create courageous and supportive environments that acknowledge the traumatic past, promote the healings of the wounds created by racial, ethnic, and religious bias, and to build an equitable and just society so that all of Eureka Springs children can thrive. And whereas children have the right to be provided every opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive in nurturing environments that do not violate their safety, dignity, or humanity. And whereas every single person has the opportunity to exhibit an act of kindness, to make a simple change within themselves that can have a profound effect on an entire society. And whereas if we all dedicate ourselves to the principle of truth, racial hearing, and transformation, we can all bring about the necessary change in thinking and behavior that will propel Eureka Springs forward as a unified force where racial biases will become a thing of the past. And whereas racial hearing is a vital and crucial commitment to the education, social, mental, and overall well-being of all residents in Eureka Springs, particularly children. And whereas the city of Eureka Springs, in conjunction with other municipalities throughout the state of Arkansas and the United States of America, acknowledge January 19, 2021 as National Day of Racial Hearing in Eureka Springs, and urges all citizens to promote truth, racial hearing, and healing and transformation in the ways that are best suited for them individually, as a means to working together to ensure the best quality of life for every person.
Mr. Mayor, do you need a motion to approve that proclamation?
No, this is just the mayor's proclamation.
Well, very well said, thank you.
Thank you.
Point of information, on the agenda for the Arkansas Municipal League Winter Conference, this is addressed on there, so there's more information that will be coming to us. And in light of that conference, I was wondering if
I'm not quite through yet, Mr.
I'm sorry.
Lott.
I'm
Just a
sorry,
moment,
sir.
please. You know, this proclamation signifies the importance of working together for the greater good of all. It also underscores our dedication to the principles of truth and bringing about changes in thinking and behavior that benefits every citizen and visitors alike to our city. To the council, both new and recurring members, let us be a maximum service to our community in the coming 2 years. And let's ensure that the well-being of all people in Eureka Springs guide our work. As Mr. Ott was talking about, there is the Municipal League Conference that's coming up starting Wednesday. Mr. Ott gave me the conference. I didn't bring the agenda with me, but I did look. He gave me a copy of his. And I'd like for the entire council to be sure to look at the agenda and to attend the Zoom meetings. It's all free. You've already registered. I've encouraged many of our department heads also to attend the same Zoom meetings and through here. I think a lot of this, especially on Wednesday afternoon, there's an update on the pandemic and what the cities and town need to do. And then also on the next day, Thursday, there's an important area for especially the new city council members on what role you play in local government. And it's a good refresher course for those who have been here too. So in fact, most of Thursdays has to do a lot with city government and how to work within the city government. And I think also, as Mr. Ott said, within this program, there's a section in here that deals with this proclamation that they're going to be addressing in Municipal League. I'll be sending this proclamation down to Municipal League for their inclusion in their folder to be able to further it on, send to the mayor, to the governor. There's also Eureka Springs, I think, is going to be getting an award at one of the luncheons. It's actually the Eureka Springs and the high school for the Trailblazers. So once again, Eureka Springs will be getting another award. We've been very fortunate in getting an award almost, well, in the last several meetings at the Municipal League. So this goes to the Eureka Springs School District is to be commended, and we'll share more of that when we get that information in here. But at this point, that's all I have at this. So if there's anything else,
I move that we adjourn.
get a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you all. Thank you for being here.